Forgive the impromptu shitty video in my very messy car, but I just had to say something because I gotta scream into the void, basically. So, I just heard a news story about the million children who are going to die in Afghanistan from starvation due to sanctions. Now, I understand that there are optics in the political world where you can't give money and aid to a country run by the Taliban because everyone is going to come at you for it. But the fact of the matter is, these civilians, these children, 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, newborns that are dying, they're not in the Taliban. They were just unlucky enough to be born into a country where we decided to completely destroy for 20 years and then give away to a group that does not have that country's best interest in heart. And it's not the only country. You got Syria, you got Yemen, you got Chad, you got Congo, you got Madagascar, where there's millions of people around the globe starving to death for optics, for political gain, for no fucking reason. And then you have people like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, and not to mention all the other billionaires in China and America that could solve this crisis and save millions of lives. But instead, they're buying ridiculous fucking shoes, building stupid goddamn cars, and racing to space in dick-shaped rockets. And then there's people that just sit here and they say, well, it's their money. They worked for it. It's theirs. I don't give a fuck if it's theirs. I would gladly beat the shit out of any of them and take all their money and save millions of lives. And people might say, well, you're being a hypocrite if you do. I don't care. I really don't. Would I be upset if some guy mugged me and beat me up and took the money in my wallet? Yeah, I would. But if I found out he was doing it so he didn't literally starve to death, I think I'd have a different fucking mindset. So this industrial machine that we have going to build tanks and airplanes and bombs and all these wars that we fight for oil and cheap goods and sweatshops, it's fucking ridiculous. And no one it's like there's a whole slew of people that don't give a fuck because there's someone in another country. Guess what? You don't choose where you're born. All right? Your parents do a thing, and then you're here. And there's just no, it's like they don't care because they just say, oh, it's just, it's Afghanistan or it's Israel or it's Yemen, what are we going to do? Well, we can stop selling guns. We can stop with the sanctions. We can stop withholding medicine. We can stop making up fucking bullshit to line the pockets of these CEOs. It's maddening. It's maddening, and it drives me nuts, and it makes me angry every day because I watch it. And I can't turn away from it. You can sit here and say, well, for your mental health and your sanity, you probably shouldn't watch the news. That doesn't mean it's not going on. Doesn't mean it's not happening just because I'm blissfully ignorant. And we get so close to change, somebody that would actually do something for this country, and either A, they turn out to be a coward, B, they get, completely steamrolled by the system, or C, they just don't have a backbone. They can't do it, or they're just corrupt and pretending like the rest of them. I know the world isn't a utopia, and I know there's always going to be suffering, but we have enough food, we have enough money, we have enough material goods to make everybody's life on this entire planet better. And we don't do it because we're selfish. And the ones at the top, the very, very selfish ones, they're the worst. They're killing the planet. They're killing millions. All because they want to keep their hoard. It drives me insane.